Hey everybody, this is John Akins. Welcome to the Rant. The last few weeks I've been posting little videos up on my Darth Victus profile. Uh, these little videos have, kind of teaser trailers for Omega Productions. Well, what is Omega Productions? Omega Productions is a small-time production company created in 2009, and we called that production company Atomic Beams. We changed the name because we wanted something a little bit more powerful, a little bit, drives the message right in. So why Omega Productions? If you ever watched broadcast television and said to yourself, there is absolutely nothing on, or have you ever watched your favorite movie and said, I could do that a lot better? Well, forget Hollywood, forget television networks. Cable is becoming obsolete in favor of digital media. What is digital media? Well, YouTube, Netflix, Hulu, Vudu, those are just to name a few, and they've revolutionized the way we view television. You can watch anything pretty much on demand. Uh, your favorite TV shows, your favorite sports, everything. YouTube has given people a voice. Through fan films and fan-related television, you can continue in any genre you want to continue in. Omega strives to be the first independent digital network specializing in all original programming, original news, original sports, original television content, movies. We want to offer this to everybody. We want to captivate everybody. And it'd be on demand. Nothing live streamed. It'll be all on demand on the Omega channel. This show here is Omega's flagship, considering this is Omega Studios right here. I mean, little one-bedroom apartment in the middle of nowhere in Ohio. Yeah, this is Omega. And we hope to grow a lot bigger here real soon with your help. Thank you. Many of you all know my friend Julio Cala. More of you know him better as Darth Callus at the Sith Academy there on Thule, RP site. What most don't know is Julio lives basically in his car. Old Blue has over 500,000 miles on it. That's like 50 in car years, people. Most people don't even have cars that old. Lately, Old Blue has been a mechanical pain in the ass, almost stranding him and costing him his employment. Dodge right now is running a registry for a new Dodge Dart, and you can help him out. And if you can't donate, at least share the link. I know a lot of us are in the same boat, and as far as finances, You might not be able to donate, but we can all share and we can all try to uh, pass the message along. Uh, Most of us, our situation is a little bit better than his. And because our situations are better than his, it should be, kind of, it would be the Christian thing to help him out in his time of need. Uh, with a better car, he has a better chance of getting a better job, better employment, and his options, of course, grow. So please think about it. His link is on my Facebook page. All you have to do is hit it, and it'll take you to him. And if you can't donate any money to the actual fund, then share the link with people who might be able to. Thank you. I've seen these videos all through Facebook, and, it's a little bit of Star Wars show and tell. And I want to add a show and tell feature to the rant, and I'm going to start out by showing off my own Star Wars collection. And here we have the original Star Wars movie poster. This is what you'd see when you walked out of the theater or walked into the theater in 1977 when Star Wars first came out. It's got the complete cast and production and everything else, and it's pretty cool. I like this. It's one of my favorite pieces of art in the apartment. Here we have Anakin Skywalker puzzle. Trying to get this in a good view where because when you move, he changes into Darth Vader. It's pretty cool. Here we have the Star Wars Insider. I wish I had a subscription, but this is a special edition Insider. And, it's got articles from the last couple of years. Many topics talking about books and there's collectible clubs and talks about costuming organizations. Here we have, in my Blu-ray collection, the Family Guy Star Wars trilogy. Something, 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 Dark Side, It's a Trap, and Blue Harvest. We have trilogy on Blu-ray. We also have the trilogy on DVD. It's in the DVD book, though. And over here we have Darth Bane, the trilogy from the Old Republic. And this is one of our favorite book series here, written by Drew Karpyshyn. Who's also responsible for writing a lot of the stuff for Mass Effect, one of my other favorite things. Here we have, from the Old Republic Special Edition video game, The Journal of Nostral. And this is the book that comes with the video game. It has many different like artwork from the game, maps. It's got the Treaty of Coruscant that was signed as soon as the Sith sacked the Republic. It's pretty interesting little read for all you fans of the Old Republic. Something over here, we have the Boba Fett Force Unleashed puzzle, framed and matted, and it's one of our artwork that we have hanging up here in the apartment. We also have Luke Skywalker holding his lightsaber, same print as Force Unleashed, and my wife did these puzzles on her spare time, and they're really cool, and she hung them up and framed them and everything else. Here we have Darth Vader from Hallmark. They didn't actually have the Hallmark keepsake ornament for Christmas, and at the end of Christmas they were planning on throwing this away, and I asked if I could have it, and
the lady at Hallmark said, yeah, and so I've got Darth Vader. It's cool because his lightsaber will actually light up if you put the lights behind it. And, that's pretty cool. We're going to have that up for Christmas. Next to the tree or something. And figure out a way to light it up where the lights go up and down. Here we have another puzzle piece. This is a Padme Amidala. It's very, very beautiful piece of foil art. You have the cast from the trilogy. You have Shmi Skywalker, Anakin, R2, 3PO, Ben, and Yoda. And it's very, very beautiful piece of art. Again, my wife did this and framed it and matted it. Nice big frame. Up here we have Darth Malgus from the Old Republic. This is from the Old Republic box set. Again, very, very realistic detail to him. I mean, this camera doesn't do him any justice, but he is very, very, very impressive in person. And that's Gentle Giants. Over here is my Star Wars stuff. My stuffed Vader. Yeah, Darth Vader is like my favorite character out of the whole trilogy. My Darth Vader candle for my birthday cake. Did this video originally, and it kind of messed up because the camera I'm using is supposed to change every time I change the view, and it didn't. So I've got my Sith graduation certificate from the Sith Academy, long before it was the Sith Academy on Thule. Got that it was made for me at the When Science Meets Imagination exhibit. Star Wars playing cards. It's got the movie posters on one, and it's got favorite quotes on the other. And they're pretty cool. And got little articles of Star Wars here and there. Again, you can't tell that Star Wars is my favorite, just my favorite stuff. I love Star Wars. This is the paper from the same exhibit, When Science Meets the Imaginations, from the Franklin Institute in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. And it was a pretty cool event. I didn't actually go to that. My sister-in-law was the one that went to it. We didn't live in Philadelphia at the time. I was still in the Navy. Little clips. I want you for the Imperial Forces. Travel to exotic, distant galaxies and disintegrate them. Yeah. When you wish upon a Death Star, right? All you Disney fans are probably sitting there going, he's making fun of Disney again because Disney bought Star Wars. And, well, we'll see. We'll see how all that turns out. I'm waiting for episode 7, but I'm not going to pass judgment on it until I've actually seen it. Here we have the Star Killer Mind Bot from Force Unleashed game. I've got a lot of information on this. He's pretty cool. Over here, this was bought for me at the Franklin Institute. It is Star Wars Episode 3, Revenge of the Sith movie poster on a matte frame. It's a small poster, and that will be hanging in my office when I get an office. You have my favorite picture in the Star Wars universe, Darth Vader. Yeah, one day I'd love to get James Earl Jones and David Prowse to sign that. That would be so cool. Star Wars, The Old Republic. This is the regular version. This isn't the special edition. Very good video game. I love Old Republic. I'll give you a quick view of what the box looks like for the special edition. Way up there, I'm not going to dig it out. That's the special edition box, and that's 2 times bigger than the box that the Book of the Sith came in. The whole basis for Darth Victus, you know. The Book of the Sith. I just thought this was neat. I had to get it when I first saw it, but I didn't get it until my birthday, and, you know, I'm glad I did. It's awesome. If you ever RP, this is a good source material. If you ever RP as a Sith, which I do, Darth Victus at the Sith Academy. And it's got lightsaber crystal and a compass. It goes with a map that's inside the book. It spans several generations of Star Wars. You've got entries in there from Adus, the first Sith Emperor. You've got entries in there from Darth Malgus. You've got entries from Bane and Palpatine, and you know, it's a pretty interesting little book. It's a good read. That's going to shut up there for a minute. My wife has this little thing right here. It's a Obi-Wan Hasbro Edition lightsaber. It makes noise and everything else. This is probably, you know, you can probably use this and not worry about damage because, well, it's cheaply made. But next to it, I have my pride and joy. This is the Master Replica Darth Vader lightsaber from Return of the Jedi. As you can see, it's pretty impressive. I like it. Big Star Wars fan. Of course I like it. In here, we have something that my wife bought. She's a big fan of Padme Amidala, and I can't blame her. You know, she's really good looking woman. But this is a Legacy of the Force. I have more action figures actually down in storage in Knoxville, Tennessee, and several Ralph McQuarrie action figures. Here we have Obi-Wan. I think I got some more action figures somewhere else, but I'm not going to take time to go searching and digging through things to find them. I think I have one of Anakin as a boy. And Jake Lloyd. Here we have one of my new t-shirts. I'm actually wearing the same t-shirt. I got 2 of them. That's my Vader chest plate. And yes, I love it. Love wearing my Star Wars gear. This is limited to Kohl's. It is Marvel's Star Wars comic book print. Battle for the Death Star. This is what showed up on the actual comic book years ago when Marvel still did the comics. Here we have Star Wars Rocks. The first print of Star Wars Rocks. There's another print with Darth Maul on it. You know, you've got Leia, Luke, Han, Vader, Chewbacca's on the drums. 3PO and R2 are doing keyboard stuff. Reproduction of the Japanese movie poster. Star Wars New Hope. Very cool. Here we have the Family Guy something Dark Side t-shirt. Yes, I love Family Guy. I love Star Wars, and they go together really well. And sometimes you gotta have the lighter side of the Force, if you know what I mean. Got this shirt at Dollar General. And it's weird because it's the original movie. But look there. It's got Yoda brandishing a lightsaber. It was cheap. It was like $5, you know. Yoda never had a lightsaber in episode 5 or 6. We all know this. My tie-dyed Chewbacca t-shirt. I say tie-dyed because I was working at a place called ConAgra Foods, and someone blasted me with a hose full of bleach, and it kind of bleached the shirt out. It still looks pretty kind of cool, but that's my Chewbacca shirt. And here is the expressions of Darth Vader. Angry, happy, sad, sleepy, confused, cheerful, frustrated, excited, and proud. That's like the Chuck Norris t-shirt, you know, Chuck Norris, you know. Who would win in a fight, Chuck Norris or Darth Vader? Darth Vader would kick Chuck Norris's ass. We all know this. But that's my Star Wars collection that I have here. Again, I have more elsewhere, and maybe one day I'll be able to show it to y'all. Alright, that's it.
Let's use working to restore power.
I thought since today we were talking about Omega Productions and we were also talking about Star Wars and stuff, that today's rant ought to be about one of my favorite things, science fiction. More specifically, space opera, because, you know, it's one of my favorite genres. Remember when Star Wars came out? At that point in time, Star Trek was the only major sci-fi franchise there was. Sure, there was Stanley Kubrick's adaptation of Arthur C. Clarke's 2001 Space Oddity. There were the 30s sci-fi serials of Flash Gordon and Buck Rogers, and after Star Wars, we had a boom of sci-fi with similar themes. Battlestar Galactica, Buck Rogers, Flash Gordon, and a few others. Movies like Alien gave the genre a new direction into horror. But there really isn't very much space opera out there, unless you like anime, or unless you like video games. Sci-fi today is really limited, and there isn't much of a variety out there. And what there is usually a pale copy of the big four franchises. And what I mean by the big four of the sci-fi, I mean Battlestar, Alien, Star Trek, and Star Wars. These are the TV shows and movies that people identify with the most. When I say sci-fi, I don't want to always see an alien invasion of Earth while psychic children take over Midwestern towns while giving birth to something that looks like my dog Gizmo. I want to see spaceships. I want to see spacesuits. I want to see people going to new worlds or fighting for fighting for their planet and themselves. You don't see it much, and when you do see it, it's lame. If it's done well, like Armageddon, it's usually because Hollywood got behind the production. The video game world has Mass Effect, and I have to say, only Star Wars franchises move me as much as Mass Effect has. Star Trek and Star Wars, they all have their little parts in Mass Effect. Mass Effect has a little bit of everything, and they've created their own world, and they've created their own identity within the sci-fi realm, and I'll be interested in seeing one of these days if they come out with a Mass Effect movie, if it can live up to the video game hype. But, as far as it goes, Hollywood needs to learn from the video game manufacturers. They need to give people more of what people want to see, not what they think people want to see, because people want to see different. People want to see new. People want to see things that they haven't seen before. And rehashing, old series like Star Trek, hey, The new Star Trek movie was a pretty good movie. It was decent. J.J. Abrams didn't do too bad. I wouldn't consider it Star Trek, but if it would have came out before the original series, that movie would have been a blockbuster hit for years and years and years to come. The only reason it wasn't is because of us fans. Us fans, we tend to prejudge something before it even comes out. And because we prejudge it, usually it doesn't come out the way the motion picture studios want it to come out. You know, here in 2015, we can expect a brand new Star Wars movie from Disney Pictures, and I've got my own ideas on that because Star Wars and Disney have always had a relationship. They've had a relationship all the way back to the Star Wars Holiday Special, you know. But, you know, Star Wars will always have a relationship with Disney, so it wasn't a stretch to see Disney had bought Lucasfilms and bought the rights to Star Wars. J.J. Abrams, he's had a couple of really good movies. You know, I'm going to give the new Star Wars films a chance. And then that's why I'll make my prejudgment on whether or not it's a good film or not, and whether or not I want it in my Star Wars universe or not. But as far as it goes, I'm looking forward to seeing more Star Wars. I'm looking forward to seeing a live-action TV show. I'm getting really excited about Star Wars Detours because I like humor in Star Wars too. And we'll see where it goes from there. But thank you all for watching, and this episode of The Rant is now over. And I'm going to post this to the Rant page on Facebook, but this is primarily being shown on YouTube. Digital media! Hey! This is going to be broadcast on YouTube, and it's going to be a once-a-week thing. So look forward to seeing more, and we'll see you out there. Have a good day.